Well, I'm on shore now and I'm planning my 3-battery electrical system, which is quite a mission actually, the design of it. Because in this video I lose all my electricity again and can't start my engine. I come to start my engine and it doesn't turn, the starter motor doesn't turn over. I tried the other 2 fully charged batteries with jumper cables, I can't get anything to work, and so I have to sail into rocky shore to find an anchorage in a sandy bay somewhere. We're in Moelfre and we're on the anchor here. What a great little spot this is. People having fun with their sailing boats. They also had a lot of fun out to sailing here too. Fun and games yachting in Moelfre. Look at this one, isn't that a beaut? Little Welsh cottages. Beautiful spot, 1,000 inhabitants, only 5% unemployment. Isn't that amazing? Well, we've had a good recuperation session. What happened was, as we came into the bay here to look for anchorage, I thought I would start the engine and the battery was flat. The same thing that happened before, the battery was flat. So I thought, what do I do? So I get the jumper cables out and 2 sets of jumper cables, and I try the first set on one battery, no good, on the other battery no good, try the second set, both batteries no good, and so there's no way I can get anything, the starter motor to turn over, and so I think, well, it's a bit of an emergency really because I've got to stop. So I continued to sail into the bay and there was a fishing boat there. And I've got some nice mushroom soup. Oh, that's really good. It's really good. Mushroom soup is really the best thing to have on board when you're sailing. I don't normally bother at home, but yeah, sailing's really good. So I stopped at the fishing boat. It was on my way. You know, I'm drifting across losing bays as I go, getting to the last possible place where I can stop. And I shout to the guy, I say, is it okay to anchor here? He sort of says, yeah, it's okay, and points in a certain direction, so okay, I'll go over there. So I've still got the sails up and I'm still sailing. And I sail into the bay, and it looks like I need to be further up. So anyway, I try tacking, and I tack, and I sail, and I tack, and I sail, and I find that I can tack and sail where I want to go. Sometimes this boat won't go through the tack, it has to jibe instead, which is a bit of a worry. But it seemed to be okay, there was enough wind to get it tacking and not too much wind to stop it from doing it. So I was able to tack my way in right up to another yacht that was anchored in this place. What's it called? I'll have a look on the chart. I got a chart from Holyhead, which is very good. It's called Moelfre, and it's just over here. It's this little bay here, and it's only Port Islands here, and then Port Penrhyn's here. So it's not far. This is only like 4 miles, something like that. So it's not far to go. We're in the right area, and so it's Saturday today, and we've got to get through Sunday, and then Monday. Monday's when I need to take the boat in. I've checked on windy, and you could probably sail it in actually on Monday. It's probably possible to do that, but you have to tack out of here to do it because the wind would be blowing here. Sunday is better for getting out of here, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do. Whether I'm going to split it between Sunday and Monday, or just wait till Sunday and go. But to swim, I got myself fed. I made some nice egg, two slices of fried bread done with olive oil, 2 eggs, some tomato, and I managed to, after polishing this off, I managed to lie down here, collapse it here really, and I just slept. I did some filming, which you'll see, of some local boats before that, but then eventually I slept and had a very, very good sleep and woke up exhausted. Dealing with the anchor. Well, the anchor work really takes it out of me. It's the most strenuous of all, so difficult, and not really designed to work with anchors on that foredeck. It's not like a fishing boat. So I'm just recovering really. Just decided to have just a little snack and a cup of soup. And I thought I'd take this opportunity of just to express what's going on here on the video. So instead of when I was parked, instead of trying to sort this problem out, I realised that I was in no condition to really do this, and it was better to wait. And so that's what I did. I tied it up. I put all this. I had all the jumper cables out. I had everything open. You know, I had the engine compartment open. It was a mess when I stopped. And so I tied it all. Put everything away. And said, enough is enough. I'll do that another day. So that's what I did. And so I've got up without any of this mess, and I've taken my nice multimeter, and as soon as I turned it on, it made this terrible beeping sound, red beeping sound, which is not doing anymore for some reason. I don't know why. Oh yes, it is. Listen to that. Listen to that. See, there's something wrong here. Something wrong here. And so that didn't work. Isn't it funny? This thing was so necessary to have. It didn't work. But funny enough, one came on board the boat, an old analogue one, and the old analogue one worked. And so I was able to measure the voltages in all these batteries. And the voltages in all the batteries are perfectly good. Well, apart from the one that's flat, which I didn't even bother measuring because I know it's flat. But the other two are okay, with the same voltage as I put in when they were fully charged. And so the problem is the jumper cables. That's the problem. It must be corroded or no good, just no good. Sometimes they're no good, yeah. I did start the boat on jumper cables before. This guy came at Falmouth and he had a special battery with built-in jumper cable, special device, really hot, never fails device, really thick cables. And so he said start it with this, and that started the thing really, really well. There was no problem starting on that. And so I know that you can jump start the thing. But what I'm going to do tomorrow, or whenever, is I'm going to take the battery out and put the good battery in its place so there's no jumper cables involved, and see if that solves the problem, which I'm pretty much 100% sure it's going to. Now hopefully this battery will fit in its place. One of them will. Water sports going on out there. This is the trouble with these mechanical devices, they make such a lot of noise. Engines, very, very noisy things. So I was very pleased with myself that I managed to sail and anchor, pull the sails down and everything without having to use the motor. And I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed sailing around here, tacking around here, and feeling like I was getting under control of the boat. So there's another one coming in now. So I need to practice this a bit. There's some sort of problem. I have some problem with when I tack, my sheet gets tangled up somehow and it doesn't always do a clean tack, and I need to sort out why. One side does okay, the other side doesn't. And there's nothing worse than tacking and then finding that your jib isn't sailing properly, It's really annoying. And if it tacks perfectly each time, you've got full control then. You feel that you're in control. But if it's not done properly, if it's only the jib is only half pulled or pulled in the wrong direction, then you feel that, you need to do something. It's stressful. It's very stressful. So that's a little update. It's a lovely spot here. It's the first time I've anchored anywhere, and I think it's about 6.5 meters now. It was 9.5 meters before the tide's gone down, and it's a good depth to anchor in. I threw out probably a lot of chain. You're supposed to put, if you're anchoring in 10 meters of water, then you should have 30 meters of chain out. 3 to 1. You don't want to be blown off into the rocks somewhere. I feel it's a very solid anchor. Once you get it down, God help if you have to get it up again. Hopefully it does its job. There's an even bigger one anchor on the deck there that I would hate to think I might have to use that, throw that in. I probably never would get it out again. A great big plough anchor. It's got a plough anchor on now, a smaller plough anchor, which looks perfectly adequate for this boat. So we're here. We've managed to make our journey. We're in a stone's throw of pulling this boat out and putting it in Penrhyn, in Dickie's boatyard, who only opens on Monday. You can't do it on Sunday. So I have to wait until Monday. for them to pull it out. Or I have to take it there on Sunday and leave it somehow tied up against the dock, which I'm a bit reluctant to do. Which remains to be seen what happens, because I don't plan anything. These are the options available in the future. And I'll know when I see myself stand up and pull the anchor out, I'll know that I'm going now. That will be the sign that I'm on my way. And until my body moves, I won't know. I'll just have to wait. I don't plan anything. If you plan things, you can end up doing things at the wrong time. And if you wait until you feel that now is the right moment, then everything then tends to work out in the end. It may not be quite obvious why you're doing it at a certain time. Maybe there's a current coming. Maybe you need to be in a certain place at night. I don't know. But nature knows. Nature looks after all the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees and the human beings as well. And it tells us a few things what's filtering through our brain and going through our mind. Oh, I should do this, I should do that. This is nature's program just playing out in us. It's not us inventing all this stuff. And so to trust that everything's under control, everything's going to work out. Here we are, we sailed from Canvey Island all the way to Moelfre, whatever it's called, bay here, and we're still in one piece, which is really remarkable. I mean, you wouldn't expect that to happen. And how could it happen? I don't know, without some misfall. It's because we're all part of nature, and nature is looking after every one of us.